Hello, friends. I hope that everybody is doing well. Before we get into the reading, I want to discuss something quickly. So, I saw in one of the comments, and I know I've seen this before, people talking about drug use during the readings and whatnot, like people asking if I'm high and stuff. No, I'm completely sober, both in my everyday life and also during readings. So, for educational purposes, when someone takes drugs, you're essentially blowing open your chakras. And as I have a lot of Pisces in my chart, it is something not suggested when you have a lot of Neptune in your chart. I mean, personally, I wouldn't suggest it to anyone. And everyone has to figure out what's right for them. But yeah, when someone like takes drugs or they're high or they're drinking, whatever, it blows open your chakras in uncontrolled ways. And also, I know that it's also a fad as well for people to take drugs in search of like spiritual attainment and all of that. And it can actually lead to a lot of bypassing, because it's almost like, say you go on a trip, right? And you're seeing all of these things. The evolutionary desire of your energy is not going through the correct process as one would achieve through meditation. So you're bypassing doing the work in order to obtain something, and it's almost like when you get there, what is revealed to you is the key, but it's in another language, and so you're not retaining any of it, and you also don't know how to apply it when you come back to your real life. And naturally speaking, when we talk about enlightenment and reaching higher levels of consciousness and all of that, it's about the work that you put in to get to those places. And if you learn how to meditate correctly, it can bring you to the same levels that taking drugs would take you to, if that is something that you partake in or something that you don't partake in, whatever. Again, everybody's body is their own to be doing what they feel is necessary for themselves, but for me personally, it's not something that I participate in. So just wanted to get that out there and clarify for anybody. You heard it from me first, so yeah. But when back to the whole meditation, if somebody is learning how to meditate properly, you can obtain those states without needing it to be drug induced, and then it's controlled. And this is also suggested as well, spiritually speaking. All right, I think that we are going to end the talk there and now get into the tarot. For anybody new, my name is Gabriella. It's very nice to meet you here. I would like to set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. We're starting off with the Lovers. Is there a connection that we are entering into, that we're thinking about? Maybe someone we're thinking about? I'm looking at Virgo. I'm looking at Gemini here. This can be your chart. This can be somebody else's. For some, this is even pondering the type of relationship that you would want. Trying to figure out what's right for you. I'm hearing the word docile with Temperance popping out. I'm seeing a notion of quieting the mind here. For some, there could have been somebody you're close with that you had a disagreement with, and you're moving past that, I'm hearing. Something that takes patience and understanding. This may be a breaking point for some. Almost an energy of walking away completely from something here. If you hear the running around, that's Octavia. She's running laps around the apartment. Okay, so I'm seeing somebody that we have a close connection with, and this can be any type of connection. And I'm seeing that one of the parties in this connection may not be at the maturity level where you are. Maybe you want different things. Maybe this person is younger than you. Maybe in spirit it doesn't have to be an age. But there's definitely, I'm hearing a gap. There's definitely a gap. And it's like you're kind of looking within and reviewing what you want and maybe realizing that this isn't it. And I'm seeing you be really patient with the process here, taking your time. And this is what's going to help you balance out some friction that you're feeling internally. And it's going to allow you to reach homeostasis. And I'm seeing this be a lesson in you walking towards what you want and moving away from something that you don't want, something that ultimately doesn't resonate with you. I'm seeing it almost be like there's a sense of incompatibility here. So I'm hearing France, I'm looking at Gemini, I'm looking at Virgo, I'm looking at Sagittarius, and I'm looking at Saturn here. I'm seeing a decision that needs to be made. For some, this is going off in your own direction, but it's actually, it's about calling this out. But you feel confused. Why? Confused about an offer. Maybe about a sense of stability as well. It's almost like you want to go in a new direction, but you may not know which direction it is. It's almost like you know you want to go on a new path, but you don't know where that new path is. But I'm seeing there's an opportunity that's going to present itself to you, and it's going to be something stable. And you're going to feel like this was something guided for you. There's also a sense of rigidity that may be being balanced out right now. Maybe a sense of needing to be more fluid in your decisions and your movements and the ways that you're embracing your emotions as well. Maybe also understanding that ambiguity and curiosity is part of the process, and also that you're not going to know everything at all times. There's going to be a sense of mystery. There may be options that you don't know about that are going to be presented to you. I'm looking at your energy popping out here. Okay, so you're definitely following your intuition here. I'm looking at Aries and Taurus. This can be the Aries and Taurus in your chart if it's not another person. Let's find out more about this. I'm also looking at Scorpio here. Okay. Something that you had been doing that you were unsure about is going to be clarified for you. Like maybe something you didn't know how it was going to turn out. This could be something new that was starting. And there were like a lot of different avenues that this could branch out in, or maybe you didn't know how this was going to be. It's almost like that sense of meeting somebody new and not knowing how things are going to turn out. And I'm seeing Spirit guide you to be patient, and I'm also hearing tactful. Patient and tactful about the ways that you're going about things right now. And to also be focusing on building, continuing to build whatever you've been putting your time and energy into. As I said before, there's going to be a sense of clarity that you find. It's by continuing to listen to your intuition and not shutting it out. You're also being guided right now to be very mindful of the words that you're speaking, because it's like as you're speaking, you're manifesting these things, spelling it out to the universe. If you're in charge of a company, I'm also hearing a practice. There's going to be an opportunity that presents itself to you. I'm also seeing somebody working here on something that they're going to be releasing. I'm looking at an opportunity. It's like there may have been a lot of options in relation to whatever opportunity or offer this is, and I'm seeing like one of them come through. It's like the one that's going to be most promising, I'm hearing. Also, if there were options of what you were picking, I'm seeing you pick a very specific, like, opportunity option path here. It's like you have the information that you need to do this now. And it's like as soon as you make that judgment call, I'm seeing something take off here. And I'm seeing your happiness opening up. I'm looking at a sense of fulfillment that you're finding. Maybe in the time that you're spending on your own. I'm hearing gravitational pull. Maybe feeling guided to spend time on your own. I'm also looking at the Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck here. Maybe after experiencing a sense of turbulence as well. For some of you, I'm seeing that. For some of you, I'm seeing that there could have been, I'm hearing make your mark. There could have been something going on where you were doing something and you were not feeling compensated for what you were doing, but it was because you didn't feel like you deserved to be compensated more. And I'm seeing that situation evening out, because maybe we're addressing financial blockages. It's about a sense of, I'm hearing accomplishment. It's like, you know that the work you're doing is quality and you want to be compensated, and maybe you're addressing financial blocks so you can feel like you're not holding yourself back or cutting yourself short. I don't know if you're doing this on your own or if you're having help, but I'm seeing that there's going to be a change because there was balance needed. Having the strength to call judgment. Has to do with a new project. For some, this is actually about love. For others, this has to do with a project and it has to do with your specific gifts. Channeling for some. Channeling. I'm also hearing spiritual gifts. I'm also seeing someone assessing what they want to be investing in here. It's like, I'd really like to put my money in that, and I'm seeing you go forward with this here. I'm seeing it also took a lot of patience as well, because there's a lot of waiting and allowing things to grow and allowing things to change and develop here that I'm seeing. It's like, in the end, because of some sort of judgment call that you made, something that you decided to invest upon and be patient with, something that you wanted, because I'm looking at the 9 of Cups in the middle here, is going to be paying off for you. This could have been something, too, that you had been, like, building for a really long time. Like, if you had started a company or a project, for example, and you were waiting for it to get to that phase where it's, like, evening out, where you're actually making an income from that, things like that. Like, something really big is balancing out here, and it took determination and patience, a lot of balancing. I'm also hearing faith within this project. And this was something that you felt inspired by. Yeah, it was like taking the time to build something that's going to be meaningful to you, because I'm looking at the Emperor here, and not allowing your fears to get in the way. Maybe even people around you that you didn't feel were being supportive of whatever new venture this was that you started. I'm seeing it be like this energy of feeling like, I made it finally, something like that here. It's like you're reaping the benefits of something you invested upon, and you feel happy about that, and you feel like you're really breaking ground here at this point in time. There's also a sense of mastery that I'm seeing as well. I'm seeing someone with a tie-dye shirt on here. I'm seeing specific reds and pinks in it, in this person's outfit, or maybe it's kind of like an ombre. Yeah, it was like letting go of anything that would sabotage this venture that you wanted to start. And releasing what you've been working on, because this is what you want. And I'm seeing you like really be following your guidance here. straight into an opportunity. Something that you had been waiting for finally manifesting for you. I'm hearing chance opportunity. Because there's almost a sense of mystery or not knowing when this thing was going to... I'm hearing pay out. And I'm seeing that happening here. I'm getting that patience was a key factor in this process. And also, I'm hearing managing troubling thoughts. It's like that fear space that needs to be addressed that would make you want to quit or sabotage this. It's like letting go of like past behaviors, past cycles, past thought processes that aren't going to push you into the future where you are trying to go. And I'm seeing you land somewhere. A destination you'd been trying to get to, a sense of progress you'd been trying to make, something you'd been attempting to realize as well. For some, I'm getting specifically this has to do with money. So I'm looking at Pluto, I'm looking at Sag, I'm looking at Aries. So it's almost like this next part of the project, I'm seeing you linking up with someone here. Somebody potentially you're going to work with. I'm looking at Gemini and I'm looking at you, Aquarius, and I'm seeing that in the middle you are tied by some sort of job, career, company, position. Like, I'm seeing you working together with somebody. I'm hearing establishing a foundation. Maybe even pondering or figuring out how you're going to make money with someone that you're partnering up with. I'm also seeing an ending that you're learning about. We're going to pull more cards on this and see what this is about. It has to do with the Knight of Wands. It's almost like you're discovering information that you needed to find. But it was because you were determined to find it. Let's see. Okay, so I'm seeing somebody that you care for here, or at least you care for the dynamic that you have with this person, but they may have been stressing you out when it came to work, job, money, something like that. I'm being guided to mention this. If you are with somebody and it is a mutually beneficial relationship, your money and funds are going to increase. If you are with someone that's detrimental to your success, you're going to see a decrease in your finances. But I'm seeing you here, and I'm seeing right below you the Ten of Pentacles. So it's almost like you were at work feeling stressed out, but then it's like money or security or a goal, like something came through that you were looking for. And now in another like segment, in another chapter, I'm seeing you're prioritizing ending a cycle here. And I'm seeing you finding information on somebody. It's like you and another person. Maybe this has to do with a relationship. Maybe this has to do with somebody you're close with. Let's get one more card. You may be having premonitions about somebody's behavior. This may be something you realize as an afterthought, I'm hearing. I'm looking at you, I'm looking at Gemini, and I'm looking at the moon, which is about our intuition. So I'm seeing someone trying to figure out maybe even how they're going to end a particular cycle that they have found themselves within. And I'm seeing someone collecting information about two people. I'm seeing a pair, and I'm hearing I know, but I'm not saying anything. Interesting. It's like you realize that somebody's been messing around. I guess it depends on the nature of your relationship, what this is about. Somebody that you thought at one point would be committed, maybe you're realizing that they're not committed or that there was some sort of front. For some, you could have maybe even started a relationship with somebody or started hanging out with them and realized that they had someone else. Or maybe this is just immature tendencies of somebody that you're realizing. But it's like whatever action this is, whatever I'm hearing characterizes their behavior, you intuitively know about this person's tendencies. But I don't know if I'm not seeing you saying anything, because the High Priestess is a passive energy. It's somebody who's not going to spill everything. I'm hearing until it comes time. Interesting. I'm seeing someone from the past. Whoever this Two of Cups is, this has to do with a past relationship. I'm hearing breaking news. So, is it you that's ending a relationship with someone from the past, or is it the person that you're dealing with that's trying to figure out if they're going to end a relationship? Because you find something out here, key information that you had been looking for. And I'm seeing you be very composed, like almost a sense of being unbothered by this. So what's going to happen now? You may find this reading relevant if your Venus is in Aquarius, or if this person's Venus is in Aquarius, or they have a lot of Aquarius in their chart, or you do, depending on personal planets. Like, if Venus is just your sun sign, this may not have to do with an interpersonal relationship between you and another person. Unless their Venus is in Aquarius. For some of you, this was the manifestation of a past life connection. somebody you had a partnership with. I'm hearing the more you know. My nose itching right there. There may be somebody that had entered your life that you had karma that you needed to resolve with this person. And there may also be, I'm hearing past karmic healing. Maybe also you didn't know what the purpose of this connection was, and then you found out what the purpose of this connection was. Because I'm seeing you feel disappointed about someone's behavior here. But again, this karma needed to be cleared out. Like, whatever this was, it had to happen in order to open you up to the next cycle that you're going to be moving through. Yeah, this is going to be balanced out. It's because you had to deal with this person. And it was something that helped strengthen your intuition as well, I'm seeing. And it's like you continuing through this process is what's going to help you here. It's going to help you make progress. There's just a sense of patience with making it all the way through. Because I'm also seeing a sense of you fighting yourself on something here. But it's like as soon as you come out on the other side of this, I'm seeing that there's an offer that's going to be coming through that's going to be something trustworthy and stable for you. For some, this is a job. For others, I'm seeing this be a romantic connection with someone. Like somebody really serious about this offer that they're making. This is somebody established. I'm also hearing somebody that cares about what they're doing. Maybe there's someone that takes their job really seriously as well. They take the role that they play very seriously. And they're very good at what they do, I'm hearing. I'm hearing until next time. I'm looking at the world popping out here. It's almost like that's all you get to know for now. I'm going to leave it here. Very interesting. I feel like we're kind of at a cliffhanger, but yeah, I just saw 3400. I'm hearing divine time prompting. Interesting. All right, my friends, we are going to leave it there. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.